Okay, so Mike and Justin, welcome, boys. It's good to connect. I know that we've been talking about doing this for a little bit, but I wanted to make sure that I got a chance to interview both you guys and kind of talk a little bit about your experience in the Profit League so far. Mike and Justin, you guys have been. How long have you guys been in the program now?
It's about 3 months now, I think.
Okay.
Three? Yeah.
Yeah, about three. Okay, cool. And so what were you two guys doing sort of prior to local lead gen and prior to the Profit League? Tell me, I guess, a bit. You guys, I know, both have different backgrounds, but Mike, you could go first, and then Justin, you could chime in too and talk about your background. But just tell me what you guys were doing prior to this and your experience and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of started in business and being an entrepreneur since about 15, 16, just with selling phones and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously not going to give you the full synopsis of everything, but I tried a lot of things. a lot of things fail. A lot of things, some things did well, but we didn't really find anything that I'd done that I really was passionate about and I could actually help someone doing in the process. Justin and I have done stuff for about 3 or 4 years now, and everything from day trading to Instagram and just a bunch of different things. And it's just nothing that really tried that was really kind of the right fit, I would say.
Yeah.
So let's do this.
Yeah. What about you, Justin?
Yeah, so my background's a little bit different. I also got into the business game fairly early. I started a vending machine business when I was young to cover college costs, and then sold that off right after I got through my college, and then from there kind of went to like a corporate environment. I was working for a corporate company as well along that time. I started a trucking company just to make some extra money coming in with my brother, and then from there me and Mike got linked up. We've known each other a long time.
Yeah.
Back since like grade school and stuff, so we've always known each other, but kind of got linked up on some different ventures, like you said, and then
Nice.
kind of led us down this path. So
Nice. I know you guys, when we first talked, I mean, you guys were sort of doing, well, I know, Mike, you were pretty heavy into it. I don't know how much you were into it, Justin, but you were doing more Forex type trading and stuff like that. I know it's still a passion of yours. I guess for people who are maybe watching this who have looked at, stuff like Forex, affiliate marketing, network marketing, you've tried and done a lot of those different things. What would you say is like the biggest difference between doing local lead generation and doing, some of those things?
I mean, we've done the whole 9 yards as far as, like you were saying, affiliate marketing, network marketing, trading, everything like that. And there's a lot of shiny objects out there, I would say, and we've spent thousands upon thousands of dollars on courses.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I would say about 99% of them just aren't what they preach they are. They have a flashy up front, and then once you get into them, it's just you kind of got to figure out what you got to do from there.
Yeah.
And a lot of those things too aren't, I would say, sustainable in the long term.
Yeah.
Affiliate marketing, network marketing, all that kind of stuff. And Forex it's a fine as an investment or a side project, but it's essentially professional gambling at the end of the day. So
yeah, and some people are fantastic at it, right? I mean, there's nothing wrong with maybe any of those things, but I know you guys just have really started to ramp up in local lead gen. Tell me about where you guys are sort of at with it right now. Just the success you guys have started to see. You've been really just getting started going, but where are you guys at? Maybe share, if you want, just your experience with things so far. What has been, the good stuff, and then also, what your challenges have been, with it as well.
yeah, so the biggest thing I guess so far for me was just learning the whole kind of process around lead gen and getting kind of more grasp on the sales concepts and kind of developing that knowledge. I came more from like an operational background, so I'm good kind of in the back end, technical and stuff. So that for me was the biggest challenge. But kind of the best part about this whole program so far and moving into this business is like the support that you guys have provided and just working through the training that you guys provide has really opened up my eyes, because I went from not doing any lead generation or anything along these lines. Like we're doing Instagram trading and some different things, but I hadn't done anything in this aspect really with the Facebook marketing or anything.
Yeah.
So getting that training has really helped. And then from there, just working on the mindset and growing along the way has allowed us to really like see the potential for this business. So we started off trying a few different models. Like we were trying the fast break videos, and then we moved into like a script based on Groupon that we started to hit up different customers that way.
Yeah.
And then I guess that led to our initial success with a cleaning company that we brought on.
Okay.
So kind of background.
Like a local cleaning company, like doing commercial or cleaning houses, or what type of business?
Yeah, so this company, kind of how it all started was we started using a script through Groupon. So we were cold emailing Groupon clients, and we were getting lots of hate mail and stuff like that. And we started making a game of it, because again, like for me, like sales was new. So kind of to help that aspect of it, we made a game. Like whoever got the most hate mail would buy or would get the first round bought by the other guy.
Nice.
So we kind of just, at the end of the week, so we kind of just made a game of it that way.
Yeah.
And so we're starting to get a lot of hate mail, and then fortunes started to turn in that front, and we got a few people that were interested.
Nice.
So one of these companies was a cleaning company in Edmonton.
Yeah.
And she just sent a basic email saying, I'm interested. So what we were initially trying was making like a fast break video and sending them out to clients, and just cold emails, getting no responses. So we thought we'd wait to see if we could get some interest. So that's why we tried the Groupon.
Yeah. And so just for people who don't know, so a fast break video is something obviously inside the Profit League we basically go through and talk about, maybe making some suggestions for business owners, some things that they could be doing, with a paid ads campaign. It's sort of like doing a prepackaged video proposal that we can send to people. So if you don't know what that is, that's what a fast break video is. But
yeah, just touching on that, there's a lot of things in that back office that you can it goes with someone's personality. So for me, myself, I'm good at and better at video and sales and customer service and all that stuff. Then that's why we're such good partners together. Yeah. And there's a lot of things. We did pick a few things that we thought we could run with Groupon, the fast break formula. Like it's like a video proposal, kind of engages the potential client and everything like that. Yeah. And then, we just followed pretty much what you said to do back in the back office. We haven't been like all these other like Philip networking and Forex and all that stuff. It's not really a service-based business. So we were a little bit, that's not a strong suit, I would say, yes. So we needed kind of like a system that we could follow to kind of get us going. And it's been really helpful from that. We literally just as long as you read the page, you can do it.
Totally. And so she responded, this woman who owns a cleaning company, she responded back to your email, said, I'm interested. What did you guys do from there?
So from that, when she said she was interested, that's when we shot that fast break video, which is again the video proposal. Yeah. Sent that over to her.
Did you just follow followed the guideline that's in the back office? You just followed the template?
Correct. Okay. Yeah. It's just it's pretty much a template. It's about let's say about 5 to 10 minute video. Follow a guideline that you provided back there. Yep. And at that point, by the end, it offered a free trial. So we kind of had to. We could prove to her that we knew what we were doing. Yep. And again, that was honestly before we really knew what we were doing. So we had to go back and do the Facebook ad training, everything like that. Again, walk you through it and everything like that. And at that point, she wanted to fire up a free trial. We got her a sale in the first 2 days. So she was super, super excited about that. Nice. From there, we kind of knew what she wanted to look for as far as results. And we got her on the phone and we closed her. And just touching base on that, she has 3 locations across Canada. So we were able to close her on all 3 of those locations.
That's awesome. And so you guys are doing all of them at once, or how are you guys structuring it? And what are you doing it on a retainer basis? Yeah, so we're going to start with Edmonton because that was the original location that she reached out from. Yeah. Because we don't want to take on too much at one point. Sure. But what's really cool and super awesome about the training, and you guys kind of teach on this, is that once you have a proven model in a certain city, then you can kind of just per se take the structure and the bones of that and move that over to the city, and you got to tweak a few things, but once you got the ball rolling in one of the cities, you can pretty much just duplicate it and go to a different city, just using obviously the techniques that you guys can. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. And so what is she going to pay per city?
So at this point, we structured a deal for the first city. In the first month, we were $1,200 plus ad spend. So we're looking at about $10 a day for her ad spend.
Mm-hmm.
And then since she does come on with the 3 locations, after rolling into the second month, we're doing now the 3 locations. So the second 2 would be at $1,000 a month.
Okay, nice. So you give her a price break with the other city.
Just to give her a little bit of an incentive. So
nice. So that's your agency fee then. Your management fee is going to be $1,200, and then she pays ad spend above that.
Correct.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. I mean, that's a nice first deal, right? I mean, to be able to put together, even $1,200 a month is great for your first deal. But if when she's ready, have you guys been running this campaign for a little bit now?
Yeah, we've been crushing it for her, actually, which is awesome.
That's great.
We're running about, I think, 1.5 to 2 leads average a day for her. So
and was she getting any leads before this, or this is all sort of new to her?
This is kind of new to her. She was on Groupon, and Yelp apparently has some sort of program, a Yelp business or whatever it was, and they charged her close to $1,000 on Yelp for what I don't know what the heck they do, but something confusing, whatever it is. And she got no results from it.
Smoke and mirrors.
And Groupon, I mean, it's just mostly like a bargain hunter platform, so she wasn't happy about the retention rate on those kind of customers.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. I think that's great. If you can run her a couple leads a day, she's getting some conversions. Obviously, she's getting customers out of it. You're going to move into those other cities. So this contract will turn into a $3,200 a month contract, if I understand it correctly.
Right. Yeah, that's correct.
That's awesome. Which is awesome. And that's from one customer.
It's a win-win for everyone, which is awesome. And again, with a lot of things that we've tried in the past, affiliate network marketing, everything like that, sometimes it's not a win-win for both parties.
No.
So it's super exciting that you can actually help a business grow, and you feel really good about that, obviously. And then, I mean, you feel really good that you're paid you. So it's kind of like a win-win there. So.
And that's the only way that it really works, right? I mean, anything that's not a true win-win doesn't last really for that long, right? I mean, nobody wants to be taken advantage of. Everybody wants to be able to make an ROI on any money that they invest. So they need to be able to see that, return coming back in order for them to keep paying. But, it doesn't take you, I don't know if you guys have worked out how many customers you need to get her, but it really doesn't take you guys getting her a lot of customers for her to get a return. So you guys don't have to break your back to keep the client as long as you fulfill and do what you guys are doing. Even what you've done at the early part of this campaign is probably enough to keep her happy and keep her paying month after month. And so I think that's phenomenal. Like $3,200 a month for one client that's a big deal, right? And so what do you guys see, I mean, going forward with her? Are you guys going to do more in the cleaning niche, or what do you see for the future?
Yeah, so at this point, after getting into this niche and getting her good success, we've really taken a liking to the niche, and we've done a lot of research and kind of really narrowed down. So we're looking at using this now as our niche going forward.
Nice.
So we're working with her and getting a little bit more information on kind of the industry, as well as doing background research yourself, talking to potential customers that we would know kind of what they want to see. And we're looking at really just ramping up in this niche and growing from here.
There's thousands of cleaning companies. Even just home cleaning companies, there's probably 50, 100, 200 in every major city.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, you guys will.
Really exciting with that, too, is that even just working with her, there's a lot of problems, or I would say problems, not maybe the right word, but there's a lot of things that they can work on in that niche. So we're almost going to become, as going further into that niche experts. We're going to become more of like a consultant for the cleaning industry in a whole, and we know how we can help and approach these businesses to expand.
Totally.
That's really exciting too.
Totally, man. No, it's anytime you can add more value and help businesses out. I think the number one thing most local businesses struggle with is typically getting more leads and sales. But then, of course, as that problem gets solved, you'll start to notice there's other issues that most local companies have, in terms of sales and management. And there's always other things that you can learn about as you go. Yeah. I'd say that, from our experience, the number one reason that a business closes up shop is typically due to cash flow. So cash flow management's a big part of it. And I know that it's not everything, but one of the biggest things that affects cash flow is not enough of it coming in. So, that's most people's problem. So if you can help them get more sales, you end up solving one of their biggest issues, right? And so,
absolutely. And even like in her case, she doesn't like doing all this marketing, and she doesn't want to have to worry about getting people in the door. She just enjoys being in the business, and she can totally just go back and do what she loves doing. but we take care of all that for her, and
Totally.
that improves customer retention and everything else.
Well, she's running a cleaning company in 3 different cities. I mean,
yeah, totally.
She probably doesn't have a ton of time to do that, but no, that's awesome. That's a huge win for you guys. And have you guys done anything in any other niches? So, I mean, you've been, in the Profit League for 3 months. Have you tried any other things? Have you ran any other successful campaigns, or where are you guys at with things?
Yeah, so along the same lines with the cleaning company, right after we sent out that email, we actually got another email response back from a chiropractor that was really interested. Nice. So we started up a trial for them, and we've been getting them great results. So we're actually just in the process now. We have a call later this week to get them on board. She seems really excited. She's happy. She had her first sale within, I think, the first 48 hours.
Yeah, it was
cool.
Yeah,
so nice. She's been really happy, and we've been having lots of calls coming in, and she's been really pleased so far. And then we've also used kind of a warm contact approach originally.
Yeah.
So again, following some of the training that you guys had, which was awesome, we looked at sending out some emails and some Facebook messages to some of our warm contacts.
Nice.
And with that, we were able to bring on a real estate agent. So
awesome.
That one we struggled a little bit more getting some results early, but we really worked through it and just continued to try to optimize the campaign, troubleshooting, and we've had good success now last week or two.
Yeah, it's good to have some campaigns that aren't instant home runs, right? Like we talk about inside the Profit League all the time. I mean, getting great at advertising, getting great at running Facebook ads, or any type of any sort of advertising that you're doing, a big piece of it is testing, figuring out what works, what doesn't work, understanding where something is broken in the process, and then understanding how to test and change what you need to change in order to get the result that you're really looking for. And if you have a campaign that just works right off the bat every time, it's great, right? But it doesn't ever teach you anything. Whereas, this real estate one, you guys had a little bit more trouble, it sounds like, doing that. And it forces you now to get good as a marketer to learn, okay, why isn't this working? What can I adjust? What can I change so that, I can make this campaign great, right? Because a lot of people will, a lot of times what you'll hear from local business owners is like, oh, we tried Facebook ads and it didn't work, so they just don't ever do it again, right? As opposed to learning how to become great marketers, they basically just throw it out, right? Throw out the baby with the bathwater and just say, well, that stuff doesn't work, right? When in reality, it's just they don't understand what makes a campaign work. And so, kudos to you guys, because if you can go through that process and understand it, you'll be able to forever, look at a campaign that's broken or not working, or if a campaign stops working, look at it and decide, okay, here's exactly what I need to change. Here's where the process is broken, and adjust it to be able to change it to get great results from it ultimately, right? So,
yeah, and just touching on that too, we brought it up a few times on our weekly calls, the Monday calls, and you guys have just helped us review, offered a few things that we could tweak, and going just from last week actually, I brought that up on the call, and we went from 12% conversion rate to about 18%. So
nice.
Just little things that you guys mentioned on the call, we just quickly implemented, and the support obviously in that has been huge, because real estate obviously it's a bigger ticket item.
Yeah.
So
it's a longer sales cycle. It's, it's competitive. There's even just in the city that I'm in Edmonton, there's like 3,000 realtors, right? So they're all technically like responsible for their own marketing. So it's a competitive space to go market in, but everybody's ultimately going to need a home at some point. So it's a great space to be in, and they do need help as much as sometimes realtors think that they don't. They do a lot of times, right? So so that's awesome. And so anything else that you guys want to add, just your experience, where you guys see yourselves going with this, any other thoughts or anything else you guys want to add or talk about?
Just again, thanking you guys for the support in the group. I mean, there are any other groups that we've had no support throughout any of our process. We've kind of had to you get the content, here's some videos, now go figure it out.
Right.
I think a big part of why we are where we are right now is the support in the group, and then the calls and support from you guys. So I think that's huge.
Awesome.
We want to grow it as big as we possibly can.
You guys are on the right track, man. You got one client at 30. Sounds like it's going to be about $3,200 a month.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is phenomenal. I mean, Jess and I didn't do that when we first got started. I mean, when we first got started, we were taking on $600 a month contracts, right? And, piecing those together to get your first deal of the gate at, even if she never brought on those other two cities, but even the first one at 1,200, sounds like she's going to bring these other two ones on, no problem, because the first one you guys have done is successful. So, I mean, that's a huge win, right? I mean, you guys can go even just find another 4 or 5 clients, even just in the cleaning space, and probably get yourselves up over 10 grand a month, which is awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice.
Absolutely.
I mean,
that's definitely the plan that we think we're going to move forward, especially. And like, that was the biggest thing for me too, compared to some of the other stuff we've done, especially compared to like affiliate marketing and stuff, because we had no control over our business, and both me and Mike were in that space. And like, we just felt like it was completely kind of stuck with somebody else's control. Like, they had all the power, they could change products, they could change everything. Where this, we actually have the option to like pick the niche we want to go into. We could adjust it as we go. We can adjust our pricing. We just have a lot more flexibility, and we're actually building a true business now.
Yeah,
that's what really makes us.
Yeah, that is a cool part, right? Like, you call the shots too, and like, Justin, you have another local business, you have a trucking company, so I mean, that's like not foreign to you. You probably are used to that. Whereas, when you go into things like network marketing, affiliate marketing, even though that might be a fit for some people, I think like a real entrepreneur all of a sudden will feel in those models like they're somewhat stuck. I know that's how Jess and I felt, was we wanted to have control, we wanted to truly own it, and if we wanted to do things differently, or we felt like we wanted to change directions a bit, that we never had to ask permission, to do that. We could just go change it up and run with it however we wanted to, right? But that I think is one of the true cool things about building a local marketing business. The other thing too with it is like, it's, if I would have asked you guys 3 months ago what niches like you wanted to go into, you guys probably would have picked like the sexiest niches in the market. Like, we're only running ads for Lamborghini dealerships and like strip clubs. That's all we're doing. Like, we're just in the Lambo strip club business. But now you've found yourselves in a spot where you're like, okay, house cleaning, not the prettiest niche, not the cleanest niche in the world, but super lucrative, obviously, and probably one that not a lot of people go into or talk about or work with. But you guys have found a way to go help businesses specifically there, and now you're in a spot where you can go help potentially hundreds of companies, maybe thousands in that space, if you really go push and build. Yeah,
that's something that's exciting too. There's not really a limit to it. So, I mean, we can take on people in the United States. We can take people on really wherever from our pajamas at home. So that's kind of nice.
That's awesome, man. I'm so excited for you guys, and I think it's just really the start for you guys. So I appreciate your input and sharing your guys' kind of story of kind of getting to where you are, at least so far. And you're just starting, so I'm excited to see where you guys take it from here on out. And I appreciate you guys taking the time to chat.
Yeah, thanks for having us, bud. We're super excited.
No sweat. KFC, boys.
Yeah.
Bye.